everything is in a mess. The code is a mess.
Basically, you don't sleep. I don't sleep. This is the hardest part. Besides that, it's fun to create something with some constraints. Like, if it wasn't this game jam, we wouldn't be here, and I would have some crazy ideas that I would never make them get into the life. This direction, like 5 o'clock, and I'm gonna add 3 more for 3 o'clock. And our seagulls or mustache. I don't know. These guys just threw them. I don't know for what purpose are we using it.
This is the 48 hours to do whatever you want, and there is no rule, and there is no under pressures.
You're experimental.
Yeah, definitely. You're experimenting, and you can just, say that, I just want to try this, and, I think I can find people who can join me, and we can do this. At least we can try.
Game Jam is a game development marathon, so to speak, where people come together and form teams to make games in a very short amount of time. That can be anywhere from just a few hours to a day or two, or even a week.
We start with some icebreaker games, which aims to introduce people to each other.
We invite about 100 people to this event, and not everyone knows each other, and it's very important for this event to be successful that people who don't know each other get together to create something together, and you kind of have to break those social barriers, have to break the ice to get these people to make something.
Arkadaşlar sessiz olun biraz. Şimdi topluca bir resim çekilelim. Sonra aşağı inip konuşmaları ve videoları seyretmeye başlıyoruz. Saat 5'te Ankara, İzmir'le hangout yapıyoruz internet üzerinden inşallah. Ondan sonra da keynote videosunu seyrediyoruz ve tema açıklanıyor. Temanın açıklanmasıyla fikirlerin üretimine girişiyoruz. Sonra takım oluşturuyoruz. Şimdi topluca resim çekilelim. Kim çekiyor resmi? Çakır. Çakır!
It's not really a competition. A lot of people sometimes mistake it for a competitive event where it's actually a cooperative event. People help each other, even though they divide into teams and are separately producing games. At the end of the day, we don't go and say this is the best game, this is the second best game. We say, everyone judges each other's games and gives feedback, but there is no competition.
Bizde de şimdi saat 5 değil mi? 7 geçiyor. Sorun değil. Fakat bu demek ki Hawaii en son GGJ'ye başlayacak lokasyon temayı bir 10 saat kadar sonraya kadar öğrenmeyecek. O yüzden şimdi biz temayı öğrenecek olsak bile internet ve sosyal medya üzerinde bu temayı kesinlikle paylaşmıyoruz. Yani bu tema bu binadan çıkmıyor. Tamam mı? Çünkü paylaşırsak Hawaii'deki insanlar için sürprizi bozmuş oluyoruz. Paylaşabileceğiniz zaman biz size bunu haber vereceğiz. Anlaştık mı? Başlıyoruz. Ağrı yapma.
Now. What do we do?
Cem, reçel. Reçel.
Şimdiden söyleyeyim gibi oldu.
Temel what do we do now? Fikir üretme aşamasında tamamen serbest bir şekilde aklınıza gelen fikirleri başkalarıyla tartışabilirsiniz. Ve çok güzel bir fikir bulduğunuzu düşünüyorsanız bu fikri bir kağıda yazın. Daha sonra bu 45 dakika, bir saatin sonunda fikirleri birbirinize sunacağız. Ve o sunulan fikirler üzerinden takımlar oluşacak arkadaşlar. Mesela ben bir fikir oluşturacağım ve buraya geleceğim, diyeceğim ki şöyle bir fikrim var. Bu fikri gerçekleştirmek için bir programcı, bir sanatçı, bir de ses tasarımcısına ihtiyacım var diyeceğim. Ve fikrimi burada olacak bir whiteboard'a yapıştıracağım. Sonra da siz gelip diyeceksiniz ki senin fikrini beğendim, ben sizin takımında olabilir miyim gibi konuşmalarla takımlarımızı oluşturacağız. Şimdi fikir üretmeye başlayabiliriz. Dediğim gibi mümkün olduğunca tanımadığınız insanlarla konuşmaya gayret edin.
It's an event where the indie game scene gathers and meets and also get inspired by themselves, by the projects.
And also it's a great place for innovation because when you're making games professionally, there are a lot of constraints that you have to deal with. But at a game jam, you can let everything else go and just focus on that one theme that's given to you. So you're free to do anything you want as long as it's related to that theme.
Yeah, indie games are very important as they are very important experiments, I think, because they are the ones which will provide new ideas and new structures, I think.
My name is Hakan and I'm a student here in GGJ University. I'm a visual communication design student and that's pretty much my life.
Toparla oynuyor, işte yukarıdan gelen şeylerden kaçıyor, tamam mı? Ondan sonra diğer adam da mouse'la oynuyor.
It's good to be, be around people like, thinking like you and play the same games as you. Well, sometimes, when I talk about games, people look at me like, what is he talking about? Well, in here, everybody understands.
It's really nice place games because people are helpful and I always learn things and I always try to teach things that I know to people and it's a social event. And
Actually, game jam is a global event, so you are developing with the overall. It's so interesting too.
It's like be a part of the great community.
I think I like to work with my hands, with some tangible stuff, with cards. I used to play Magic the Gathering in the past, so I really like the way how that feels, how the physical cards feel in your hand. I played Hearthstone recently. It's that feeling that I miss, just touching the cards and just drawing a card. So I wanted to just do some cutting, writing, gluing stuff. So that's why I wanted to do something physical.
Yeah, we're always working on the computer, so it's much funny to work something not dependent on digital environments. So it's much cool.
I'm a game developer, so it's basically like a festival for me. I find lots of common points in this kind of a environment. That's why I come here to express myself in some ways, to develop a game along with my friends, to build up some teams and have a product at the end. And that makes me just happy.
Ya deniz dedim
Şimdi bu iki de sanki az oldu gibi geldi bana. Ne yapacağız?
She does our constant art, concept art for intro and loading screen. And other things are going on, but we don't have anything to show, yet.
Ne abi? Şimdi çok yaptınız uzak ya. Böyle bayağı bir uzaktan.
I know I was I want to be game designer when I was eighth grade in elementary school, before high school, and I was telling everyone I will be computer engineer, I will be game designer, and they say, what the fuck?
Evet, yüzüne gösterdim.
Şimdi senin yaptığın şey interakları yapmak, benim yaptığım şey ise sürekli ipuçlarını sana söylemek.
I decided to go to game jam because I love to make games. I have a passion of it, so it's my passion. I want to be game developer in the future in a company. So this is my path. So when I want to go to path, I can use game jam as portfolio and other things. So it's very reasonable for me.
At some point we will take control of this goat. And also our retarded sons smile. At the end, at the presentations phase, we will have only like 5 minutes or so, and we want people to laugh. Now is the time to explain the game. First of all, I want to tell about the theme of this year. It was
what do we do now?
What do we do now? So we always keep asking that question to ourselves. And when we came here late, by the way. And so people were just gathered and they were sticking with their ideas already. When we came here, we told to ourselves, what's going on? What should we do, man? Let's just do something and start with something. So then we just skipped the whole brainstorming phase, and I just started to programming and drawing some sketches. And then I decided to cut the sketches on the papers and take a photo of them and upload them to the computer to work with them. So it kind of gave the energy of doing that, sticking with that art style. And we saw with a little prototype, and we saw that it was funny and it was working well. So we just went on with that idea. So whenever someone comes to our place and see like you and showing that, wow, that's a good thing, or what's that about? It's pulsating the energy, like attention. So I think we're at it. We're going there. We are not sure where we are heading to, but it works right now.
I can say, I play a lot games, and I saw that, that you can reach people, you know, which is more interactive, and you can, I mean, not just reaching actually, you can express something.
We're gonna add the sounds in a short time. The music will be made of fart sounds, the kind of sound, and it looks really nice. So a guy helped us, and we're thankful for it.
Euro şey mi arkasında?
Ha?
Sıfırda euro mu?
Aha şey.
When I came here with Gökhan, with Deniz Ege, then I learned that a programming means the writing a book, like writing a robot or artificial intelligence, because you are creating a life in the games. But when I start, I think developing means playing animations, but it's not, right?
So when you write an interactive object and you when you instantiate it,
Yes.
and when you start it and things start to maybe grow itself or go left or decide to go right, you just see it and be happy because that character decided to go right because I write it. It's something like that. Yes, and it's a fun part of developing game too. Even the most fun part is if somebody is playing that game and you are watching behind, and that character decided to do something to player, and the player gets excited or gets emotionally connected or something. It makes you really feel different.
Good.
And it's
Good. Very good.
Tamam sen zıpla der o zaman. Sola kaç. Sola kaç.
Best part is when it's over, you play your own game, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, your creation. Like I'm the Frankenstein and it's my monster.
You think it's like a magic, you know. When you cast a magic, you say the words, right? But you don't know the outcome. You just say the words. You say abracadabra. You know, if nothing happens, everyone laughs at you. And if something happens, you will say, hey, I did it. I created that. You see, it's my work.
I think it's a mixture of delving in another world where you can be somebody else, and you can solve problems. You can be, I don't know, you can be a paladin that's working for the greater good, or you can be a murderer, an assassin. You can play many different characters, and that I think is the magic behind games. It can give you many different roles, and I don't know, I really like it, and I think that's where my passion lies. I don't really know why I'm passionate about it. It just is there.
So we have finished our project and we have taken our build up. Now we are going to upload the project to the website of our game. 2015 Games Tatak. Add the Jammer. I'm gonna add you guys as Jammer.
Ben Sezar.
Sezar.
Eyle. Bildiğin.
Sezar.
Evet. Bu kadar.
Bu senin mi gerçekten?
Gerçekten benim.
Oha çok iyiymiş.
Çok iyi değil.
hakikaten harika bir çalışma çıkarttınız. Geçen Kuzey Bey, böyle geçiniz lütfen. Geçen 2 gün içerisinde uyumayarak ya da çok az uyuyarak burada harika şeyler çıkarttınız eminim. Birazdan hep beraber göreceğiz. En önemli zorluğunuz birazdan ortaya çıkacak. Çünkü kendi oyunlarınızı şu beyefendiye kabul ettirmeye çalışacaksınız. Eğer o beğenirse, severse olmuş. Sevmezse olmamış demektir.
Oyunumuzda şöyle bir durum var. Bir yatay ataklar var ve dikey ataklar var. Siz şu anda sadece yatay atakları görüyorsunuz. Yatay atakları gören arkadaşım da dikey ataklara karşı olan hareketi yapabiliyor. Onu da
Biz biraz farklı bir yola gittik bu sene ve bir board game yaptık, bir masa oyunu yaptık. Düşmesin diye uğraşıyorum. Evet. Şöyle bir haritada oynanıyor. Kapalı bir harita ama bir sürü odası var. Aslında burası bir akıl hastanesi haritası. Ve oyunda kontrol ettiğimiz karakterimiz de şurada şey var. Karakter şeyimiz, konumuz da bu. Şimdi oyunu
Ben bir oyunu alıyorum çünkü avluya çıkmadım.
Ben de bir oyunu alıyorum çünkü enerji odasına geldim.
Ama ben duşlara giremedim ve çıkamadım. Hiçbir şey alamıyorum. Her turnun başında bir olay kartı açıyorum.
We should have more people who attend events like this to meet young people, to be more available for consulting, because I think that's what's going to drive the Turkish gaming industry forward. It's sharing the experience and helping young people, and young people have a lot they can contribute to the big companies as well. So that's what I can add.